Hey guys, it's Raquel with Stage Right Secrets, and I am here with Mr. Jackie Lee. What's going on? How are you?
Fantastic. Beginning of the week, not too tired yet.
I have to say happy Halloween.
Thank you. My little sister's birthday's today.
Aww.
She's our little witch.
Shout out to sis. You know, it's fine. All right, so I talked to you 2 CMA Fests ago, and a long time ago, and Headphones had just come out, and we talked about how that was such a jam. 2 new singles have come out since then, and recently, actually.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's kind of a totally different vibe. Like, it's definitely more mature. Is that what you were going for?
So, up until this point of being at Broken Bow, I was kind of like under the impression of, hey, I'm glad to be here. Thanks for giving me a record deal. I really kind of started to find my voice right after that, really. And there were some mistakes made, but mainly Benny at Broken Bow, who runs the company here, really allowed me to make those mistakes and have some growing pains. And I believe because of that, we found Getting Over You. I'm a huge Boys Like Girls fan. And so Paul Digiovanni from Boys Like Girls produced the record. And so just the way, I think time also is, a big part of life, and just the way things reveal themselves. Going from talking to you then to talking to you now, everything does feel, in the best way possible, completely different.
Yeah. Now, going into that session with him, did you kind of have an idea of what you wanted to write and how you wanted to musically? Oh, we get a story. Yes.
So, Boys Like Girls record, the Great Escape album, was the first record I bought with my own money. And so it was like a really big deal to me.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
And so I guess it kind of went back to listening to my influences and just trying to, what made me love music in the first place. And that was one of those albums. So I remember being, I was on the airplane, I was listening to it, I was listening to all of my influences, just trying to find, hey, who are you? Who are you? I had a write here in Nashville, and one of the co-writers I knew very well, and then the other one I didn't. It said Paul, and I just didn't think twice about it. So I show up to the right, and Paul looks completely different. He's always been handsome, but he looks completely different than he did. He doesn't have the emo hair to the side.
That was so 2008 or 3, whatever.
He rocked it, though. He looked good. But we were sitting there, and I was like, I'm going to get a cup of coffee. I'd been there like half the day. And and he had just moved in this house, so like all of his stuff was everywhere. And so he has this Boys Like Girls double platinum album on the ground. And I'm like, Like, hey man, why do you have a Boys Like Girls platinum album on the floor? He goes, oh, that was my band. And I'm in the kitchen, I'm like, oh my God, that's Paul. And so I had like a freak out moment. And ever since then, I tried to be cool around him. Like, I've told him the story since then, so it's cool. I've tried to act cool, but he's like my best friend.
Yeah.
And I feel like just through management and through producer and the record label, and it's just all the circle of life for an artist. And if everyone's not, on board with the vision and, wanting the same thing, then it's like speaking different languages. With Paul, he is someone that I can go in and just completely share my heart, and he's like, I get it, I love it. What about this? And he brings things to the table and just makes it a great creative, environment for myself.
I was just going to say, isn't that so funny how life works out? How you kind of loved his music, and now you walk into his house, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, man, if my 15-year-old chubby self, freshman in high school, knew that I'd be working with my idol, it'd be great.
It's just casual. I feel like everything in Nashville here is very just like a casual thing. You're like, oh yeah, that happened.
I'm still like redneck stupid sometimes, and I don't catch up with the casual coolness.
We'll work on it.
Okay.
Next interview, we'll like have someone walk in the door.
Hopefully it won't be 2 CMAs before I talk to you again. But if it is, by then I think I'll be cool.
Hopefully. I don't think it'll be that long because I'm assuming you're going to have even more stuff coming out soon. So what are we working on? Can you tell me this?
Paul, we are in the studio right now.
Okay.
Benny, I kind of had to persuade Benny at first, and then he gave Paul a chance. And I've said Benny a lot. Benny's the daddy, I guess, if you'd say, of Broken Bow. He's the guy, and he's been so good to me. But he gave Paul a chance with Getting Over You, And so we cut 2 songs, another song called All Night that I'm really excited about. And Paul and I have plans here in the next few weeks to get back in. I've been writing a lot of songs. I've been listening a lot of songs. Nashville is just a wonderful place, full of amazing, creative songwriters. And yeah, I'm really excited. I can't give too much.
We tried.
Well, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've never been like, honestly, this sounds silly. You know, you think you move to Nashville and get a record deal and you're like, oh, you're doing it. But I've never been excited until going in with Paul about like music that I was creating.
I can honestly say, like, last time I interviewed you, you were super excited about your music, but you can just tell right now from your vibes and everything you're talking about that you're just genuinely so excited about your music.
I really am.
And I think that's one of my favorite things getting to interview artists is when people are genuinely excited about what the music they're making.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll say this too. It's kind of behind the curtain, showing you the wizard. But I remember I was out promoting those songs, and you know, I love life. I mean, I love getting to wake up every single day and play music. So I would always find the good in the day and just try to make something out of nothing sometimes as far as excitement and whatnot. But there's a definite, genuine feeling inside of me. It's like, because now if people don't like it, then like I have no idea what to do next. Because I've just given.
You're like,
I've
whoops.
just given every single bit of what I always wanted to do moving to Nashville. And I'm very thankful for Broken Bow allowing me to do that. And I hope you guys like it.
Well, when can we hear some new stuff? Obviously, your stuff is on iTunes and Spotify right now.
I mean, it's it's kind of at the mercy of the label, but we're possibly going to work on EP into album type of thing coming up in the next few weeks to months. We're going to radio in December. I'm leaving right after the CMA Awards to like go to the West Coast and just try to see as many people as we can, just to be like, hey, remember me? And then, yeah, just like kind of see what this single does, and hopefully it sets a tone for what we can put out in the next year.
Well, we definitely are super excited and cannot wait to hear you are so talented, and we just love you here. So he did that. You didn't dab though. Got them all. We're good.
It's gonna kill me.
And it's your birthday.
I know, right? I'm sorry.
It's good.
Called you a witch and a dabbed.
What are we? These are how our interviews go. It's cool. We don't do normal. What's normal? All right, guys. To stay updated with all things music, be sure to check out Stage Right Secrets and all of our corresponding social media. And to check this guy out, go ahead, plug yourself in so everyone can find you.
Jackie Lee Music, everything. Instagram, MySpace. I'm just kidding. I don't have MySpace anymore. But Facebook and Twitter.
Perfect. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.